All right. Got another matchup against a potential all-star tonight. MP, what you thinking?
I need a little separation.
Yeah, I am sick of you too, but we got video to shoot. Come on.
Nah, Xander, I'm saying I need separation from some of these other all-stars. Gotta do something that, help me stand out.
Like...
Well, nothing gets people.
Good, MP? Mama, there goes that knee.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and alongside... Well, for both teams, it's Game 1 of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage. It's been well documented that MP is taking these matchups seriously against other opponents in this conference. You got to wonder if that hasn't provided some extra motivation.
And it seems as though that lofty goal has gotten to MP a bit. He seems off to me. He hasn't performed well in these games against key opponents, and certainly is on the outside looking in as far as the All-Star game is concerned. He better pick it up quick.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. On the court for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivey. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. And it's Duren in at the 5. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. Thanks a lot, Shams. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Detroit.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Ivey, no one around him. Off target from three-point range.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The 3 from MP. Hits it from three-point range. MP's got 6.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Thompson passes to Ivey. Now, here's Cunningham. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. MP, no good. And now the fast break, Ivey with the ball.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break. Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
We've got Sharp, MP out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Wolf in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. In the corner, it's Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Stewart misses.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
The 3 is pure from MP.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's MP. Again, the Nets for 2.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
To stop the run, Stewart trying to get open. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Cunningham.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Quarters checked in for Brooklyn. Detroit also making some changes. Asar Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Duncan Robinson. No coverage that time. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. MP high post. Cunningham's there. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Ivey passes to Stewart. Here's Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down. Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. They trail by 7. Pass to Stewart. Now Ivy lets it go from deep. Porter pulls it in. And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Greg, was blossoming in his 3rd season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court, and still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
Ivy passes to Stewart. MP against Stewart. MP, that's for 2. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Pistons trail by 9. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. The 19-foot shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter. The 3 from MP. He's off on that one. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the 2nd quarter. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Porter pulls it in.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
They get it back. Sharp. That's good.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Here's Ivy. He has 6. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Goes up on the wing. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
In the corner, Ivy with it. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And Cunningham with a nice bucket inside. Now just a 5-point Nets lead. Porter in the corner. Nets passing it around. And here's MP for 3. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. MP's got 23 points. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. "12 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Cunningham, and the basket is good. Cunningham's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Detroit Pistons. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie, it was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Detroit Pistons.
They haven't been.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. Teams will make substitutions. Stan, teams track different officiating crews, don't they, and how they tend to call the game.
Yeah, they do, Kevin, and there are some organizations who do it more than others. I'm not a fan of it myself because I think it puts your players' focus on the officials and takes away from focusing on what they're supposed to be doing on the court. So I'm not a big fan of it.
On the floor for Detroit, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Duncan Robinson out there with Ivey. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. The score now all even. MP's got 26 points.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
1:21 left to play in the third. Tipped away and stolen by MP. Thompson against Williams. Here's Atkins for the lead. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Powell, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Tobias Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Asar Thompson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Jaden Ivey. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back over to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Back to Sasser. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Nets lead by... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad.
Timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 11. Guys, your thoughts?
And in this situation, they have to go all out for a quick steal on the inbound play. Everyone will be looking for the steal, and if they don't get it, then you resort to the foul.
Martin is out there with MP. Then there's Powell. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Wolf, and at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And tonight.
Thanks, guys. A solid score.
Real talk, it's...
Back to you, Kevin.
Good stuff, Dominic. Thank you.
All right. The Life NBA stars and all 5-star hotel.
Hey, this is tunnel staff with stuff that took over the tunnel.
You know what? This probably is us. Just out over there. As you can tell.
No, someone else will take care of it.
Sweet. Good work, team.
Well, where else? Only for work, but I'd like to go for fun. Oh, yeah, get up to Seattle. Oh, good place on great summer trip. Oh, we want to take like a summer stroll. Oh, whale watching is so fun. Oh, yeah, I love to spot some video. Yeah. They're like a chocolatey color, and then they just kind of go lighter from then on. So like just different shades of brown.
Hey, should we pick up something for dinner?
Oh, we got food already.
Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Cam Thomas out there with MP, and it's Sharp in at the 5 down low. And for New York, they've got Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at the 5. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
And, of course, MP has made it known he expects an all-star nod this season. And any matchup that challenges his spot, he's going to take very seriously.
And in terms of those all-star aspirations, the results so far haven't been what MP hoped for. His stats, his performance in matchups, we see there's lots of room for improvement. But knowing MP, that's room he could make up in short order and start looking more like the exceptional star he wants to be.
And that one's good. Sharp. Brunson with it. Coming off a terrific game against Minnesota. Here's Towns. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here's MP. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. MP's got 5 now. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. And here's Hart. To the paint. To end the run. Bridges outside. Here's the 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
You don't want to let Bridges find what he's looking for on the perimeter. You know, he's got an improving stroke from distance.
And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Now here's Brunson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
That is simply excellent ball control from Brunson.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Thomas. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. From deep, MP. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Hart with a screen on MP. Brunson misses.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Hart. They set the screen. From deep three-point range. Rebound Brooklyn. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Here's MP. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 8. Outside Anunoby. Right side Brunson. The floater. Towns passes to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Clowney pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
That one falls. MP's got 13.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much.
Not much you can do to stop his Jay when Towns gets into the rhythm.
Robinson with a steal. Pass to Hart. And he banks in the layup.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And here's MP from outside. The Knicks pull it in. Outside Hart. Inside. Brunson. That shot off. Great D that time from Mann. Thomas outside. And here's MP from outside. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
MP doing a nice job with the quick catch and shoot, not wanting to waste those touches.
Brunson against MP. Over MP. Goes back up. And Brunson finishes it off.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
And here's MP from outside. And the Nets another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Brooklyn, ending the quarter up 10. Getting lots. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Yeah, their scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Mitchell Robinson is out there with Gershon Yabusele. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and then it's Landry Shamet, and it's McBride in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Porty's checked in for Yabusele. Here's Robinson. No points so far. Pass to Porty. It's Shamet on the wing. 5 to shoot. Robinson a screen on Porter. Here's Shamet. Knocks it down from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. MP's got 21 points in the game.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
For three, Bridges. Porter pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the middle. Stolen by Bridges. It's a one-on-one situation. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Brian, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. OG Anunoby's checked in for New York. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Dimon comes in for Mann. McBride on the wing. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Good D by MP. Shot on the wing. That one's good for 2. 23 points in the game.
MP smart enough to know he doesn't have to get to the rim to be effective.
Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, B.A., building their draft assets. They cast them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Bridges against Sharp. And here's MP from outside. Counted from distance. And now a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Anunoby against Williams. Pass to Bridges. There's the three. New York again can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 12. MP with a step, and that one good. 28 points for MP.
Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Anunoby for three. The rebound by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Towns for three. Oh, can't get Towns any space from there.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the three ball.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Right at the free throw line. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
One of Brunson's best amongst his many weapons, that mid-range J.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Hart's checked in for New York. Looking at our leaderboard here, last year the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. In third, the Knicks.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
He started out hot from distance, and that has continued.
Knicks trail by 14. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Launches it. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
You could feel and see that one coming from a mile away. Brunson returning the fire quickly.
So the Nets making a switch here. Mann's checked in.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Brunson misses.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And here's MP from outside. Pure from three-point range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
New York working the ball around now. For three, Bridges. And the Knicks, another three.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
And here's MP from outside. Drains the triple. MP's got 40 points.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there. You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
From deep, MP. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn. He was money from deep, sinking 5 triples in the period. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season. Being at the top of your respective conference has got to be a good feeling. Right, fellas?
A very good feeling, Ernie. And you always want to be sending a message out there to those teams.
What does the message say, Kenny?
It says, good.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the New York Knicks. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. The tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then they're Sharp, then it's MP, and it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. And in today's NBA, it seems like everyone has a three-point shot, Clark. That didn't used to be the case.
You're exactly right, B.A. In the good old days, way back in the day, threes were mostly for specialists. It just shows you how much the game and the players have evolved.
Anunoby for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam?
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
MP against Brunson. Porter pulls it in. Nets leading by 14. Here's MP. Towns with a rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
MP outside. Lets it fly from 18. And there it is for him. MP's got 46.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. I call Jalen Brunson the king of New York. But Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you guys.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Fires in the triple.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks, trailing by 17. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And then it's Landry Shamet. And it's Anunoby in at the three. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Sinks the tray. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's obvious Anunoby has put a ton of work into his game. Now that catch and shoot, Jay, is a real weapon.
And the Knicks shooting around 50% of the game so far. Down low. Here's Robinson. Rejected by Claxton. Thomas right side. Pass to Porter. Three-pointer. And no good. The Knicks have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. They now take the lead.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
With the fadeaway. MP shot is off.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Towns down low. That shot off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn no good that time either. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Anunoby. The three. And there's Towns on the assist from Anunoby. And that's 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So for the Knicks, Hart's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Shamet. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. And the Nets also making a change. Sharps checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Katz is generally among the best in the league.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like...
And again for three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Now Brunson. Hard outside. 6 to shoot. Towns, a screen on Porter. Hart. He's off from 3. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Outside MP, shoots a 3. Bridges pulls it down.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And there it is.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
MP outside for 3. Towns rips down the board. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Rebounded by Porter. The Nets have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Outside MP to take the lead. Good. Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. From downtown, connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. Brunson, no problem from 14.
JB, Jalen Brunson, cold-blooded in the clutch. We've seen this movie many a time before.
And again for 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Now, he's still a youngster, but MP shows he's ready for the big moments.
Brunson. Wow, Brunson so quick down the lane.
I mean, towards the end of the game, he takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
Boy, how about the performance so far from deep? He's been that good.
And they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
MP, pressure moment.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts him up 5. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Seven-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson. It's in!
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making it.
And New York has possession. And Brunson, here we go. Count it.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
Oh, it doesn't go. So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team.
A truly exceptional performance tonight here, MP. You break 70 points. Brian, back to you.
Much appreciated, Jennifer. Thank you. And that's going to do it.
MP,
right here. Yo, T-Man.
Yes.
Was that obvious, huh?